It's finally time to clean up our Lexus ES300. Welcome back to the Auto Obscure Garage. Chadwick with you again for another installment of Project Lexus Unicorn. That is our 1993 Lexus ES300 with a manual, the rare gearbox that you want your ES300. Guys, we did a lot of mechanical work to this car. It's running better than I've ever seen it run, probably as good as it's run since it was new. And it is time to make it look as good as it runs. So we're gonna hit the exterior up. Not that it's bad, we're not in bad shape with this car. It's super clean overall, but that paint needs a refresh. We got some scuffs and stuff we're gonna address. And then we'll climb in the interior, do a little work in there too, because this car deserves to be 10 out of 10 on the cleanliness scale, and we're gonna get it there. So let's get in the garage and get a little clean. Okay. On our ES300, which is exceptionally clean, one of the most concerning spots is this little scraperoo right back here on the bumper, up here on the paint as well. I'm gonna try to get this looking better. I don't think I can make this go away. I believe down here we're definitely gonna be bringing paint to this equation. Definitely for that scratch right there as well. But anyway, you wanna take as much of this away as you can without using paint. It's always ideal. Up here's a very faint scrape, definitely there. I'm gonna try to use Magic Eraser and cut and polish this area to see if I can make that disappear on its own. You guys can probably barely see that. So what I'm talking about is this faint line you're seeing right here. It gets a little like cloudy looking right there. Let's see if we can make that better. You can see it feathers all the way back in here. First things first, a wet Magic Eraser. I need to order more of these. I'm using an old clump. Now, Magic Eraser will scuff your paint and make it dull, so you're gonna have to cut and use a compound after this for sure to make that paint shine again. Don't go too hard. You wanna keep as much clear and as much paint on there as possible. Some of these little paint transfers during these little scrapes can easily be rectified. Yeah, you can kind of see that little fade right in here. Yeah, that's what happens when you use Magic Eraser, but do not be scared by that. One of my favorite products overall to use, Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. Now this isn't the toughest stuff I have, but you want to work your way up to it, right? You don't want to start with super aggressive if you don't need to. So we're going to start with this and see what it does for us. Also using the Meguiar's DA Polisher. You can see in the reflection of my tools and stuff, it's like glass. We haven't even polished this. Look at that, guys. So yeah, that is how we're gonna do it. That scratch though. This is gonna be a challenging move, but at least we got that one out of there. Every little bit helps. What I wanna do now is test our paint finishing capabilities here in the Auto Obscure Garage. We've got the front door, we've got the rear door of the Lexus ES300. Now the paint overall, fantastic on this car. Not a lot to complain about, but it looks like it's had some harsh washes in its past, has a lot of scratching, a lot of swirling. I want to see if the deep compound polish and wax can bring it back. As our test slate, we'll go ahead and use some Griot Speed Shine, my favorite quick touch-up detailer, on both of these to make sure they're clean, free of dust. So we're starting off with an even playing field, if you will. And then on the rear, we're going to do the compound polish and wax and see how much clearer this paint got by doing that. So that'll be our comparison. Let's go ahead and clean both surfaces down with a Speed Shine. Well, what do you guys think? Oh my God, it looks like glass. That is just after the compound. We're still gonna hit it with some polish and some wax. All right, let's escalate the shine further. Meguiar's Ultimate Polish. Can we just take a moment to breathe in this 33-year-old Lexus paint, original paint? Unfreaking believable. Now, after all this work, you want to seal it with a wax or ceramic coat to keep that shine protected against that harsh sun. So let's go ahead and put some wax on it. I used to be a big carnauba wax guy back in the day. Switched it up to more ceramic
type solutions. This Griot ceramic 3-in-1 wax is so good for this kind of stuff. Huge water resiliency, will beat up the water like no other, and locks in the shine very well. You can touch it up every few months and you'll be good to go. Easy to spray, just wipe off, can't get any more easier. But let's put a protective coat on our awesomely shiny rear door. Okay, our Griot ceramic shine is on there, and this looks ridiculous. Now let's go ahead and compare the front and rear door. So you've got the front door, which we didn't touch, we just gave it a little speed shine. The paint looks great. You can see a little general haziness. If you get in there, you'll see some swirls and scuffs and things of that nature. And then when you cross over the rear here, this is when it gets really clean. We've got our ceramic, oh my God, look at that bottom, even the bottom trim. That's freaking glass. I mean, this looks so good. This purple is so deep and beautiful. Again, we just did the door, but look how good. You can see a difference, right? See, I'm hazy, kind of gray. My shirt turns black, goes back to gray. That's a significant difference, but this is great. Guess we have to do it for the whole car now. Fantastic. But yeah, this is what we're gonna do. Oh, this ES300 is gonna shine so well. We're back in the scuff zone, guys. Now you remember just above that big white top scratch, we did that little scuff above it, which is of course totally gone now. We love that. But we have a lot to do on this rear bumper corner, quarter panel area. This is gonna be a sand and paint job if you're really gonna get it out, because that's a good scratch. Down here, really scratched too. I do have some paint, so if we wanna do like a big touch-up spot, we can probably do that. Just how much time do you want to put in, how much effort? We do have the paint, we have a great matched paint. Lots of damage trailing through this corner. This is gonna be tough. Again, I think I'm gonna hit it first with Magic Eraser, just like we did before. See if we can mitigate any of the white paint runoff, kind of minimize the amount of obvious damage we have, but it's good scratching through. Hear my nail? That is an indicator, and clearly we have paint flaked off back here. So we're gonna sand this. I might do a touch-up spray, but we'll see. But let's see if Magic Eraser can get the scuff knocked down a little bit. I mean, well, I just hit it with Magic Eraser compound, and guys, if you weren't gonna get into paint, like doing the actual paint work, this looks pretty damn good. Look at that. Most of the big scuffing is gone. Of course, you still have the big scratches. They're deep. That's paint's gone. We're gonna get in there with touch-up paint and totally erase this, but I'm telling you, if you're not getting into paint and you need to fix up some scuffing or something to that effect, light scuffing on your car, Magic Eraser, compound, a buffing polisher, boom. That looks fantastic. We'll finish it off to make it 100%, but man, this paint is coming back on this car. Here's the driver's side of our Lexus that we have not compounded, polished, or waxed yet. And you can see how, yes, it's still shiny. And I'll bring you in a little bit. But it's kind of got a little haze to it, and that kind of happens with paint after it gets enough little scratches. If you zoom in on any of the fine light reflections, you'll see like little scratch rings around them, and that gives it that general hazy appearance that you're seeing. Is this paint horrible? No. It does need to be compounded and polished. But yeah, get a good look at that. Appreciate what the passenger side looks like that we have compounded, polished, and waxed. Just look at the difference. Literally glass-like in reflection quality. Look at that, you can see the reflection of all my tools as we go down the side of the vehicle. Look at this, guys. This paint came back ridiculously. Yeah, we're looking real sharp here. Yeah. That's the difference you get when you really put some effort into bringing paint back. We're at the driver's front headlight on our Lexus ES300, and it doesn't look that bad. I'll move the camera around so you can see and get a little closer. It's hard to tell. It is pretty hazy though. Not bad like we usually have, but there's no reason not to like push it a little bit further than we usually do. You can see from the top too. You can see that kind of, but straight on it looks pretty good, right? Let's see if we can clean that up any more. Because these headlights are so awesome, they're so aggressive looking, and I think we can make them pop. First step, gonna hit it with our, you know how this game goes, guys. The old Meguiar's Ultimate Compound DA Polisher, let's hit it. All right guys, you can already tell, it's just looking so good. That was just one pass with the DA Polisher. and just get that straight shot now. Look at that. Crystal clear. Now I'm still gonna hit it with polish, and then I'm gonna put a UV protectant spray on there, but that's how you bring these headlights back to life. Next step is the Meguiar's Ultimate Polish. I mean, again, these are some of the nicer headlights I've ever restored, but it's still that little extra difference really helps it stand out since it is such a good looking car. All right, the next step we're gonna do is keep it in the Meguiar's family. Use their headlight coating. It's a UV protectant. Will keep your headlights looking like this for a long time. We're gonna tape it up, put it on. Real easy, just a couple quick sprays, let it dry. Okay, removing all my tape from spraying on the Meguiar's headlight clearer. And we are looking good, guys. Let me just give you another little walk around on our headlight. Check out the straight on shot here. This is intense. These came out wonderful. These lenses are so dang clear for original 30-something-year-old lenses. And I love how they look. This is such a sharp car with some really cool designs. And part of it is the projector style lights for 93. Pretty future facing, but more exterior work looking good on our ES300.
Time for the interior cleaning of our Lexus ES300, and I'll be honest with you guys, it's pretty dang nice in here. Standard stuff. Look at these floor mats. These are kind of hideous. Obviously the originals, really dirty. Seats are actually pretty good looking, but I think they'll still take a deep clean. There are some stains, some little imperfections here and there I want to clean up. And then it's just a lot of general detailing. There's a lot of dust everywhere. You get down in these nooks and crannies around the shifter. You can clean that wood up, a little paintbrush action, get around the radio. All these kind of little touch-ups, but overall really good in here. Again, same thing with the floor mat on the passenger side, just kind of hideous. Same with the back seat. But I think we kind of steam cleaned this whole interior with the spot cleaner. Yeah, do a really good job, clean up all the surfaces, get that dash nice and clean, and I think we'll have a really, really perfect interior on our ES300. Here's our driver front floor mat for the Lexus ES300. As you can see, heavily soiled, probably never really been super cleaned. I'm gonna walk you guys through my quick, no frills, no spills, well actually lots of spills, way to clean up these floor mats. First step, vacuuming. Try to get all that loose dirt out, leaves, things of that nature. So we've actually got some stains. You can see some spots here, some grease, various stuff over the edges. You want to hit those before we start doing the general cleaning with some spot remover, stain remover. There's a bunch of options on the market. I'm a big fan of OxyClean, so we're going to use that. I'm going to soak the whole mat actually, but concentrate on your little dark greasy spots. It's not a bad idea to agitate the fabric. Grab a really stiff bristled brush like this and just give it a good rub down. Time to call in my secret weapon for cleaning interiors of dirty cars, the Bissell Spot Clean Pro. This thing is just probably one of the best tools in my arsenal of cleaning old cars. It gets in there, you mix some hot water with some cleaner, and you go ahead and spray it on, and it vacuums at the same time. Really good for cleaning fabrics and not leaving them all moldy and mildewy smelling. This thing is amazing, so we're gonna use it on this floor mat right now. Okay, we're looking pretty clean here. We still need to let it dry a little bit, so I'll put it out in that sun, dry it up real quick. Yeah, this is gonna look so nice when we're done.
By no stretch would I say this is a dirty interior or a unkept car. It is pretty nice in here. There are some opportunities though. There's a little bit of dust here and there, especially on this veneer wood and the shift knob like we looked at. And I'm gonna get in there with a little detail brush and kind of clean that up. I think those little touches add a lot. And then we'll get a nice surface cleaner and clean the whole dash area. It's really nice in here. Everything looks really well. These buttons too, you tend to get a little fingerprints and greasy stuff on them and a little bit of, dust down in those holes, but we'll clean all that up. Make this car just look that much better. There's just something so dang rewarding in getting these little areas. Now this might not be your thing. Some people don't like this kind of stuff, but I love getting in there and doing this kind of detailed cleaning. It's, I don't know, I find it to be completely rewarding. So just check out our door handle there. You can see that's not just dust on there. If you get the angle, oh, there you go. That's grime from someone's hand. 30-something years of opening a door handle. These are the details I like to clean up. I think it helps the car present so well, and it's kind of a sanitary thing at a certain point. But yeah, let's get some of that funkiness out of there. Now that is far more presentable if you're being serious. So that looks great. Those little details, guys. Little details.